Hey, Wentworth World Entertainment, The Penguin. Is it getting a season 2, or is Sophia Falcone going to show up in the Batman Part 2? Because her story is nowhere near finished. In fact, her story only starts getting very interesting. Well, she herself, Cristin Milioti, has come out and actually spoken about this. Now, here's the first issue. According to insiders and stuff, they've passed on season 2 of The Penguin. For now. Now, this could be they're waiting for Gunn to be out. Apparently, James Gunn is the one who has said no to it. Which is ridiculous when you think it was so successful. Well, actually, it doesn't make sense that it was so successful. Won awards, all this stuff was praised. She, of course, won an award. Colin Farrell won an award. All this stuff. Everybody loved the show. It was fantastic. And wants to see more of it. And I think that is why James Gunn said no. Because this thing has crushed everything he has done. And I think he's pissed off because this came out without his name attached to it. He had nothing to do with it. And it's more popular than anything he's put out. But will we ever see Sophia again? Well, as I said, she is now spoken and given us our best indication as to what to expect for the future of Sophia. So, and as you can see, it's asking, will she be returning in the Batman Part 2? So, in the season final of The Penguin, Oz Cobb ended his feud with Sophia Giannetti, that's right, she changed her name, by exposing her role in the destruction of Crown Point and ensuring the Hangman is returned to Arkham. Back in captivity, Sophia receives a letter from her half-sister, Selina Kyle, the vigilante who we first saw suit up as Catwoman in 2022's The Batman. With that, the stage is set for the two women to meet, but with no current plans for The Penguin Season 2, fans are hoping their story will continue in Matt Reeves' upcoming sequel to The Batman in 2028's The Batman Part 2. Now, the first problem you have with that part, which should kind of lean into what we can expect, is we know that isn't Zoe Kravitz not showing up in this movie? Didn't she confirm she's not in it? She might show up for a cameo, but anyway, it says Cristin Milioti won a Primetime Emmy Award as Critics' Choice Award and a Saturn Award for her critically acclaimed performance as Sophia Falcone in the HBO series. Now, she can be seen in Buddy, which opens in theaters this Friday, August 28. During our conversation with the actress about her role in the offbeat horror movie, we asked Milioti whether, with the Batman Part 2 now filming in Glasgow, Scotland, there's a chance she'll return as Sophia. And she said, "There's not a chance you'll see me in it, sadly. But I wait. You know, I would go back to that world in a heartbeat." So straight away, she has said, "Oh, sadly, no, I'm not going to be showing up in the Batman Part 2. Now, could she be throwing shade? Of course she could, but it's highly unlikely. And I'm pretty sure Matt Reeves said nothing from the Penguin series really was going to carry over. Which they have to, because the Penguin is going to be in the Batman Part 2, although a very small role, but he's now like pretty much the crime prince of Gotham at this stage. He took out all the families, you know, he's the head of all the crime now, so you would have to think that would show up somehow in the Batman. Now, the interesting part is her saying, "But I wait." So that is not a response from someone who's been told this show's not happening, it's not continuing, they've poo-pooed all the ideas and they've put it to bed. That is her very much saying it sounds like the door is still very much opening to coming back to this world. That's good news. That is very good news. So, it says, it's a shame that for now at least, Sophia's story is on pause. However, Colin Farrell is only expected to appear in a few scenes in The Batman Part 2. And Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman isn't set to show up at all. So chances are Reeves will revisit these characters in a bigger way down the line. Now don't forget, they're saying no Penguin Season 2. But they do still want to do an Arkham series. Guess who's currently in Arkham? We can fix her. So, what else is in here, does it say? We'll be bringing you our full interview with Milioti soon. In it, she talks about how working on a surreal project like Buddy compares to the Penguin and Black Mirror. Her scenes with Chauffeur Grace, what in the script drew her interest and more. So she's this new horror movie thing coming out. Buddy. Oh. Does he kill kids or something? I never actually heard of this movie. But Sophia. Sophia is the character we all ended up being drawn to in The Penguin. Her performance was fantastic. The character, the writing for the character was fantastic. The show, in total, was fantastic. And the irony for Hollywood that says, oh, you hate women doing all these things, blah, blah, blah. Women wrote this thing. If you want good stories with good character motivations, good character development, and a real world feel, and have people love it, hire the women who wrote this. And don't tell them, hey, you gotta work in this type of way, which means the modern way. Let them do what they were able to do for this, and you're guaranteed success, because holy hell, this show was unbelievable. But the one character, as I said, that everybody instantly was drawn to was Sophia. And the way her story ended, it very much is open to, well, what's next? Are they setting up season 2? Are they setting up a movie? What is happening? Where will we meet this character again? But as I said, I think the most telling part about what she said when it came to the return of Sophia was that she says, I wait. And I will jump at it at a heartbeat. But it's the I wait. So again, that is not someone being told we're done with the character. Like, we're never doing a Penguin season 2 and we're never revisiting this world and stuff. No. If she was told that, she would have said, unfortunately, you know, it sounds like the time has passed, but, you know, and then say, you know, I would jump at the chance to do it again if it was ever brought out, but, you know, I'm focusing on these other things. That's not what she says. She says, unfortunately, I'm not going to be in the movie, but I wait. That's very telling. So, if DC, and you know what? Fuck DC. If Warner Brothers has any common sense, they will go ahead and say, we want the Penguin season 2. We want these characters back together. Screw James Gunn. Get this done. That wasn't meant to rhyme, but it did. But what do you guys think? Do you want to see her return in a Penguin season 2? Would you like to see her show up in maybe the Batman Part 3? Should that happen? Or do you think we could see her in the Arkham series that is officially in the works? Let me know what you think about it all, and where and when you would like to see the return of Sophia. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like and share and subscribe and hit that hype button and all that good stuff. It does help the channel and it is appreciated. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.